playoff games lost due to injury for players and how it's up 22%, and basically how the last 4 teams remaining are the healthiest teams in the league, and that is not a coincidence.
Yeah, man. Like, we watched that Indiana Pacers New York Knicks series, right? And it was tough to watch the Knicks go through that. Josh Hart with the thing on his abdominals, then Jalen Brunson, he's out with a foot injury. No, wait, he broke his hand. And it's just like one thing after another. And I started looking at the data to see if injuries were up. And indeed, we are now after Tuesday night's game 1 with Kristaps Porzingis out and with Benedict Mathurin when he's out. That has now pushed the playoff total of player games lost due to injury or illness to 200. 200 times have we had a player who's been out due to injury, and that is eclipsing last year's total in the entire postseason. So to put it in perspective, last year, for the 4 rounds of the playoffs, there were 199 player games lost due to injury, and we've already hit 200, which is about 2.9 per team per game, guys who are out.
Right.
And that is, Vinny, one of the highest rates we've seen, if not the highest in a non-COVID year. So 2020, COVID year, not just about injuries, but also, the COVID regulations and protocols. This is trending to be the most injury-riddled postseason of the last decade plus. And even going back, I don't have the date in front of me, but this didn't happen. Like, whoever was the favorite going into the postseason usually won the title, or at least it was very predictive. Like, who is the juggernaut? They're probably going to make it to the finals. In the last 6 years, Vinny, we've had a new champion, and we're going to have a new champion this year. And a lot of it, people are saying it's because of financial tax penalties and the CBA clamping down on second apron. I'm saying, look at the injuries. Like, so many injuries are happening every year in the postseason, whether it's the 2021 Brooklyn Nets, when they had Kyrie and James Harden get hurt. They were the favorites going into the postseason. Last year, the Milwaukee Bucks were the favorite going into the postseason. They lose in the first round because Giannis is hurt.
Yeah.
So many of the playoffs, so much of the playoffs now, I feel like, are dictated not by who's better, but who's healthier. And to an extent, that's always been the case, but more so in the last, 5-6 years.
I feel like that's, like you said, I feel like that's always been a major subplot of the postseason is who's healthier, who's playing, who's as close to 100% as possible. Now it's a matter of who's actually on the floor compared to who's not